Crooked Joe now wants the thug prosecutor, this deranged guy, to file a court order taking away my First Amendment rights so that I can't speak. So listen to this. We don't want you to speak about the case. The case is a ridiculous case. It's a First Amendment case. But we don't want Trump to speak. So they take away your rights on First Amendment. Now they sue because so now I have one of these lunatic reporters back there saying, sir, would like to talk to you about your case. Or, I'm sorry, I'm not allowed to talk about it. Somehow that's not good for votes. Do you agree? When we say I can't talk, I will talk about it. I will. They're not taking away my First Amendment right.
Okay, so even if they do the protective order, which by the way, I'll remind you, as we broke down with A.B. Burns-Tucker yesterday, is a routine measure. I mean, it's not routine in cases involving ex-presidents because generally ex-presidents don't spend years committing a whole bunch of totally needless crimes, but it happens in cases. In any event, he's saying, I will not abide by it. If they rule that I cannot say these things, I can't intimidate witnesses, I can't reveal, privileged information, I can't leak evidence, I'm gonna do it anyway, which is one of two things. It's either false bravado, which would not be out of character for Donald Trump, or it's an actual promise that he intends to keep. And Jessica, I just wanna say, I really hope it's the latter. I hope that they put this protective order on him. And by the way, there's gonna be a hearing Friday, 10 a.m. Eastern. So we'll actually be able to talk about the results of it, exactly whether it exists at all, the protective order. And if so, what information, what limitations, all of that. He's saying, and he won't have to be there, by the way. He's saying, I'm still gonna do it anyway. And I really hope that he does. But what do you think?
Yeah, I really hope that he does too. I think he's quickly gonna realize that if he does, he's not gonna be able to talk at all anymore. There are limitations to free speech. It's hilarious how the Republican Party specifically has made their whole thing law and order. New York City is the most scary and dangerous place, and people are doing so much crime, but their main guy has no respect for law and order whatsoever. And whenever the law is applied to the people that often skirt it, the elites and the political class in this country, suddenly they're like, well, this is just corruption. This is corruption. They're mad that I'm doing well in the polls, which, by the way, he is not doing exceedingly much better than Joe Biden is. He's doing well in the Republican primary, but he always says, the precise polling numbers for the Republican primary, how many points ahead he is. But when it comes to the general election, which he's aware of those poll numbers, he just says, and by the way, also way ahead of Joe Biden. How many points is that, Donald? He's not way ahead of Joe Biden. This is very obviously not political prosecution. And it's hilarious that they make the issue of law and order so central, but they refuse to follow it. That makes this campaign absolutely hilarious.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, no, you're totally right. Everything is free speech until it's someone else's speech that they don't like, and then they want to literally burn them alive. Like, again, they're against cancel culture until like, oh my God, you talked to Dylan Mulvaney, now you should be destroyed. Like, yeah, they don't mean what they think. He believes any law, anything, any regulation that would stop you from speaking is obviously invalid, and yet he's never hesitated to do hush money payments, NDAs. What about their freedom of speech, Don? Why don't you care about all these women talking about the experience they had with you? But anyway, yeah, we'll see. I hope that it's put in place. I hope that he violates it. I hope that they throw him in jail. We'll see. Interestingly, something kind of like that apparently already exists. The details of the document that he signed as a condition for him to be released when he was first arraigned, that's now been revealed. And on it, it warned him not to intimidate or attempt to intimidate any witness, juror, informant, or officer of the court. It also warns against tampering or retaliation involving other persons in the court. Violating those, or that's a totally separate thing that could potentially put him in prison for 10 years or a $250,000 fine, or at the very least it would for a regular person. He continues to get special treatment. As many people have pointed out, he is now facing apparently, I think 71 or 73 indictments, and he is walking free. There's been no mugshot, there's nothing. It's just, again, like he has this mountain of indictments, any one or two of which would cause a person to be held in pretrial detainment. But for him, still protected, even with the Obama appointed judge and all that. They keep talking about a two-tier justice system. There very much is one. and he's benefiting from it.
Yeah, it's such a good point you make about him paying hush money to people, taking away their free speech, essentially buying it. But then also imagine if literally anyone else was like, if you try and throw the book at me, try and throw the law at me in this way, I promise you I'm going to violate it. If anyone else did that, they would be calling them thugs, talk about how no one has respect for the law, how disgraceful that is. But it's so hypocritical because it's Donald Trump. They're like, this is fine. He's probably right. That's the danger of a demagogue. But I think unfortunately for Donald Trump, he's burned so many bridges with other people that it's him alone with his following. And I don't think it's going to take him very far this time around.
Yeah, no, 100%. There's a lot of hypocrisies in politics that I wish we could like snap our fingers and correct. But the ones around the right's complete fake, fraudulent position on free speech, I would love to see. Like Jesse Waters putting the NDAs on his employees for just to hide what he's actually done. Elon Musk talking about how he's going to like pay the legal bills of people who have their like videos taken down on social media platforms. He literally fired engineers for posting Slack messages he didn't like. Like this is not the free speech position they want you to believe it is.
Check out the Damage Report podcast each day, wherever you get your podcasts, whether Pocket Casts or Stitcher or iTunes. You can join me as I give you the news and stories you want, with a range of co-hosts and interview guests jumping in on the fun each day. Again, that's the Damage Report, wherever you get your podcasts. And if you get them at iTunes, don't forget to rate and review. Sometimes I'll read them live on the show.